Hi, welcome to a new video. Following on from a video I did a few months back now, I bought a cheap Kodak camera off a car boot for £1 and I see how it hold up today. But I've gone one better this time. I bought one at £2, which is this. It's a Minolta Z1. This is actually a 3.2 megapixel. So we're going to see how this gets on. I'm at a place called Sutton Park, so I've got woodland, there's a little bit of a lake there. So we're going to see how it gets on anyway. And if you don't know me, I'm in my little camper. I converted this out of a Peugeot partner. I go away and everything else, so have a look at my other videos and everything else, because I like my photography, I like getting away in this, so yes, let's see what happens anyway. I'll give you a little bit of information about the camera. I mean, it was released in mid-2003. I can find a US price which was $399. I'm not too sure the UK price on that. But yeah, basically it's a 3.2 megapixel camera. It's actually got a 10 times optical zoom, which is not bad. I mean, this is like the forerunner to what is a bridge camera now. I've been using bridge cameras for years until I upgraded. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad feel in your hand as well. Pretty light. It takes 4 AA batteries. I'll go through the bit more of the spec when I have a wander around, but we've got the lake here as well. We've got nice clouds and everything else, so we'll get a shot. You just turn it on, you've got a dial on the back. I'll show this in the B-roll, and you just turn it to the camera, oops, and just hold the button and snap. We'll see how these come out. I'll take a few more and put one of the best on the screen now anyway. I mean, it wouldn't be out of place on a modern, mirrorless camera, DSLR or anything like that, because you've got the different modes on there. You've got your auto, which will just do it automatically. You've got the program, you've got aperture, and you've got shutter speed, and you've even got manual, so you can control everything. I mean, the lens itself, like I said, is a 10 times optical zoom. It goes between f2.8 to 3.5, and the actual zoom 5.8 to 58, but in 35 mil equivalent, that would be a 38 to 380, equivalent in that. And I mean, it's got movie mode and everything else. I mean, yes, the screen is tiny and that, but I mean, it's not a bad little camera. It's the first time I've really used it, and I mean, again, for £2, what can you really say? But it's going to be what the pictures are going to be like. So we'll still have a wander around, get into the woods and everything else. There's a lot of people around now. I don't like filming when there's people around, so but yeah, let's get on anyway. I've got to get up now anyway, that's the thing. Wait. Just walking, I've just like the bench here. I just think it stands out against that. Now, all the pictures I'm going to be doing, I am going to be doing on auto, because the screen's so small and my eyesight ain't that great. I can't really see, so I'm basically just going to use it on auto throughout. So I don't know, I just like the scene with the trees in the background and that. So I'll just switch this on, wait for it to come on. I always press the wrong one, but then we'll just get a shot with that in the middle. I'm not too sure where it's focusing on, but we'll see. You've got the gaps between the trees here with the clouds, because you've got the white clouds and the blue sky and that. I mean, I like pictures like that, so we'll have a go at using this one as well. Again, a bit different than my normal one, so, but again, I use it just in auto and snap, and there we go. It's just to see how they come out, and I'm just out for a walk, really. I mean, you've just got the normal woodland path here, but you've got the light that's coming through the trees, which is producing nice shadows and everything else on the ground, and then you've got like the pine needles that have fallen, and everything else, so it just gives it a bit of colour and everything else. So it'll give it a chance just to see how it deals with the dynamic range of this. So we'll just take one quick shot, there we go, and let's carry on. well, just as I was walking along, I just noticed this one tree. As you can see, it's really bulbous here. I'm not sure if that was fungus at some point and then it's grown over the years, or, you know, if it tried to grow out, if it's been cut back. But I'll just give you a bit of information about where I am, because this is what I like. I like getting out. I like getting out in the camper. I like the woodland walks, just any walks really. But yeah, basically, like I say, I'm at Sutton Park, which is around about 2,400 acres of woodland. There's actually 7 lakes. It's classed as a site of scientific interest or something. Can't remember the exact phrase. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm here on a Saturday, so it is pretty busy. Yeah, but it's just nice to get out. And you know, if you haven't seen my channel, have a look, because this is what I do. I try and get out as much as possible. You can see I've got a stick. Unfortunately, I've got a spinal problem, which makes it a bit more difficult. But yeah, now I'm going to take a picture of this anyway with the actual camera and see how it comes out anyway. Right, the camera does have a super macro mode, which it says it gets down to around about 1.6 inches. Now, as you can see, there's some fungus on the tree here, so I'm just going to see if I can get a nice shot of that and see what the aperture comes out, how much blurred background it actually gets. Because like I say, I haven't got my reading glasses, so unfortunately I can't see this screen, so we'll have to wait until we get back. So I'm shooting blind in a sense, but let's have a go. Just focus on that. I've even super macro mode and bang. Just going to take a few just to see, see if we can even get closer. I mean, and as again, just walking, you've got this branch, well, the tree here that's just fell, or, you know, been felled. And it's just the way the curve of the actual wood has gone. It just looks nice. And that's the thing, that's what I like, is the unusual things and everything else, you know, while just walking, and that, it just gives you something to look at. Like I say, a lot of people say it's just trees, but yeah, that is a tree, but it's something different. I mean, again, for the time, it wasn't bad. You have got a bracketing mode on. Now, on modern cameras, you know, you can do more. This has just got 3, so you've just got your standard exposure, -1 and +1. So then you can merge those together. Now, it does recommend using a tripod. Unfortunately, tripod you're on at the moment, so I can't use that. So we're going to just have a go with this scene here, because you've got, you know, there's dark and light. So we'll have a look and see. So you just set it into bracketing. It took me a moment to actually find it. And then once you've got it, you just point and shoot. Now I would like to get down a little bit here. And then I'm going to try this with 2 hands. 1, 2, 3. Now, to how they have come out, first of all, I don't know, and whether I can stitch them together, we'll see. Yeah, you'll see before me anyway, because it'll be on the screen now. I mean, again, you do have different colour modes. You've got just normal colour, you've got a sepia, and you've got a black and white. Again, I've just come across this fallen tree, so I just thought, we'll try it in black and white. Now, yes, you could do that, you know, in post after you get it back, but, you know, it's built into the camera, so we'll just see how this comes out. I don't know. We'll have a go anyway, so let's just zoom out as much as possible, because we've got we've got a lot of light on this subject as well, dark and everything else. So far, looks okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this is only a 3.2 megapixel. I mean, for the day, it was pretty good. Yeah, but nowadays, when we've got 48 megapixels on phones, I mean, but sometimes megapixel doesn't matter that much. I mean, the camera that I use is still a micro four thirds system on a 16 megapixel sensor, and I still get amazing results off it. You know, it's only if you want to print absolutely massive. But I mean, I've just got this scene here, so you know, got a bit of detail, reflections, and everything else. You know, just to see, you know, how good it is, you know, compared to modern modern cameras, I'm going to take this and then I'm going to take roughly the same scene with this one and like compare them side by side. So let's get down. Right, I've just sat down for a minute. I mean, the one thing I forgot about, I've been having this, you on my tripod, which I carry around with me, and then I have to walk with a stick, and I've got the backpack, and I've been putting the camera in my pocket. Well, it's a biggish camera, really, but I forgot that my stick, I have a tripod mount on it, so why didn't I use that? So, stupid me. If you haven't seen this, it's a great little walking stick, because I have to, for distance, walk with a stick, and like I say, it's got a tripod mount, you can adjust it and everything else. They're about 15 quid. I did a review, I'll put a link up here somewhere, or in the description, so you can have a look. They're absolutely great if you've got mobility issues and you're into photography. Yeah, you have the camera on there. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Well, I'm just going to enjoy the view for a minute and then carry on. Right, now it can actually do movie mode, which is what I'm recording on at the moment. It does 640 by 480 at between 15 and 30 frames a second. I've got it set to 30. I'm not too sure if I'm in frame because no flippy screen, because we didn't have those days. And you know, I don't know how good the microphone is. So hopefully this comes out okay. I think I'm heading back towards the car. I've been out about 2 hours now. I mean, Sutton Park, like I say, it is a big place, like as I've said. I mean, I've been to Sutton Park a few times. I come with my dad once, and when the rally used to come round here, and as well, I came to a concert. I think it was the Radio 1 25th anniversary. There was Take That and all that there, and I came with a few other people. And ironically, the missus that are married and then divorced and then got back together, but that's a long story. But yeah, she was here at the same time, and we think we was around about at roughly about the same point. So, you know, coincidence or what? But there we go. I'm heading back anyway now. I want to get back to the camper and have a coffee. I mean, that is one thing that I say about that little camper. It's bloody useful because, like, you know, when you walk like this, you can just have a coffee. Then my arm's hurting holding you lot, so I'm going to carry on. Right, well, we're back out of the woods now, back out by the lake. I'm going to try a different shot with the logs in there and that. It's going to be overcast, but we'll see how it comes out anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, this ain't going to be the best photographer of my life, but yeah, this is a bit of fun because I mean, it's not a bad little camera really. Like I say, it doesn't look out of place, you know, even now really, like 20 years later, you know. So there we go. Let's get back up. Wait. Right, like I say, I'm on my way back now. I mean, I've just come across a little bridge. Now, the one thing I did notice on Google Maps from where I parked, which is by the Bracebridge pub, it says 40 bridges, so I assume there's 40 little bridges going over the little streams and everything else that's going into the lake. So we'll just have a wander this way. Well, I'm on my way back anyway. So yeah, but again, I didn't realise all this was here, you know, and like I say, I live, you know, probably, well, it took me 17, 18 minutes to get here today, so I'm not that far away as well. I mean, as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous here. You know, I mean, it is nice and everything else. I mean, again, this is an excuse for me, photography and doing these silly YouTube videos that really no one watches, but it doesn't matter. It's for me. You know, it's just to get out and see this. I mean, there's families enjoying it, kids riding bikes and everything else. Unfortunately, I have to take things slow now, and I never learned to ride a bike as well. But yeah, this little camera anyway, getting back to it, so far it's not been too bad. Again, I won't know until I get back. I mean, in here, it does take an SD card. I've got a 512 meg, which at the time you wouldn't have even been able to get. So I think there were about 600 odd pictures, it said when I first started. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad. And I mean, it's, you know, you're right at home with this kind of one compared to the Kodak one, which was simple. You hadn't got that much control. With this one, you've got so much control. You can, you know, change the exposure, aperture, shutter speeds, basically literally anything that you can near enough do on a modern camera, just with only 3.2 megapixel, but you know, 10 times zoom on it, which ain't too bad. So we'll get a shot here because the car, well, the pub is just there, so the van's just there. So I think these will be one of the last few shots, and I lost count how many bridges, and I think it's just to even out the thing and that. So let's just get a shot this way anyway. Right, I mean, there are parts that are muddy. I mean, here you've got just different bridges going up and then a few steps there and everything else. I've just used the camera just to get a sepia picture. Sepia? Yes, it's sepia. Sepia picture, so like the browns and that. And I mean, so far on the screen, from what I can see, it looks okay. You know, I mean, this makes a nice subject. So, well, we're near enough back to the van. I keep saying that, don't I? But anyway, if you haven't seen all my videos, make sure you have a look back and like and subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, because I am trying to grow this channel. It gives me incentive to come out and do silly little things like this. Yeah, as you can see, I'm back at the camper now. Yeah, it's been an interesting walk and interesting to mess around with this. I've been walking 3 odd hours, you know, with breaks, and I mean, I've only done 2 miles, but unfortunately that's me with the condition. But yeah, they don't look too bad on the screen from what I could see. I did find my reading glasses so I could see, but they don't look too bad. You'll have seen them before me. Well, in that sense, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'll get back to the office and put them on the computer, and I'll go through some of them and see if there is any reasonable ones out of it. But again, you know, this was £2. I mean, it's throwaway. Yeah, it ain't going to replace your phone. No chance, like I said, with the Kodak. You know, but it's interesting to try different things. It's like with my main camera, you know, trying different lenses. I've just bought a little CCTV lens that can adapt to mine, only f1.7 at 25mm, which is 35mm equivalent in that. And I mean, it's got little macro rings and everything. It's £20, brand new from China, so I'm going to have a play around with that. So that's another thing. You know, it's just trying different things and just coming out of your comfort zone with this. And again, just walking, you know, it gets me out. It's a purpose to get out. I mean, yes, I am absolutely in agony, but you know, that's the way that it goes. So yeah, I'll see you back in the office in a second. Right, as you can see, I'm back home now. I mean, before leaving, unfortunately, because of my back and the walk, it absolutely did me in. So I had to wait around like an hour, have something to eat, have a drink before having to drive back. Well, back now anyway. Well, this little camera, like I say, it performed pretty well. I mean, once I got back, the pictures, they were okay in detail-wise, even for a 3.2 megapixel camera. The problem was they seemed washed out. So the pictures that you've seen, all I've done is just adjust the saturation a little bit and just the highlights and the shadows, just to bring them out a little bit more. I mean, it's been a bit of fun. The one problem that I did have was focusing. A lot of the pictures I took, even though you've got the half press to focus, it didn't seem to focus. Now, because I couldn't see the screen properly, I wasn't too sure if they had actually focused. But yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of fun to play about with. I mean, as you can see here, I mean, I went a bit mad over car boots and buying a lot more older cameras. I mean, since then I've sold a lot, you know, making a little bit of money off them and everything else, buying for a few quid. But back to this one anyway, like I say, it's been a bit interesting just taking it out. The one thing, it was to get out for a walk, you know, and just to mess around with this to a place that I've never actually been. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if anybody wanted to buy one of these, I wouldn't recommend it in this year. But again, for a bit of fun, and again, if you play around with the settings, you'll probably get some reasonable pictures off it. Yeah, for me, it's just getting out and about, and I mean, taking this with me was an excuse. And like I say, I really wouldn't recommend it, you know, nowadays. but you know, for what it cost me for £2, it was a bit of fun. Yeah, so yeah, you get some reasonable results, and like I say, I've got these other ones here, so I'm going to be probably messing around with some older cameras as well. So I mean, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more and everything else, and again, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. Bye. Through, and you've got the yeah. Oh, where are you? There you are. Well, it does have a super macro mode, which I can't remember what it goes down to. It's just nice to... No, didn't like that. But yeah, well, there we go. And I was not in focus. But what I'll do is I'll join you. Let's start again.